Kids!
Yes,
Yes, Lola?
I'll tell you a tale about the history of the games that you play. So stop playing and listen to me instead.
Once upon a time, there was an athlete who wants to know the history of sports. He traveled during various eras. He first traveled the ancient times. On that period, Brody observed lots of sports. He first observed wrestling.
Wrestling is a combat sport that involves a head-to-head match-up between two competitors. The goal is to pin the opponent. Swimming, the propulsion of the body through water by combined arm and leg motions and the natural flotation of the body. Archery is the sport, practice, or skill of using a bow to shoot arrows. Rowing is the propelling of a boat using a fixed oar as a lever. Athletics, a collection of sports that include competitions like running, throwing, jumping, and walking. Running are contests to determine which of the competitors is able to run a certain distance in the shortest time. Olympic Games, an international sports festival held every 4 years. Bullfighting, a physical contest that involves a bullfighter attempting to subdue, immobilize, or kill a bull, usually according to a set of rules, guidelines, or cultural expectations. Javelin throw is a track and field event where the javelin, a spear about 2.5 millimeters in length, is thrown. Pentathlon, athletic contest entailing 5 distinct types of competition. Discus throw, sport in athletics that involves throwing a heavy discus in a spinning movement. Long jump, a track and field competition in which athletes attempt to complete the longest forward jump with a running start and a single leap. Horse racing is a sport in which horses ridden by people. Chariot racing, popular form of contest where horses pull along a driver riding a chariot. Boxing is a sport that involves strategically punching an opponent while defending yourself from their return punches. Gymnastics, a sport that includes exercises requiring balance, strength, flexibility, agility, coordination, and endurance.
And then, Rody traveled again into another era. which is the medieval period. On that period, he first saw people playing jousting.
Jousting, a medieval sports contest in which two opponents on horseback, typically knights, fight with lances. Mob football was a massive ball sport played in medieval Europe, played on foot and not because it was played by using your feet.
On the next period, which is the Industrial Revolution, he noticed people playing golf.
Golf is an individual sport played by hitting a ball with a club from a tee into a hole. Rugby, a sport where two teams try to score points by carrying an oval ball across a particular line or kicking it over and between. Soccer, a game played by two teams of 11 players using a round ball that may not be touched with the hands or arms during play except by the goalkeepers. Polo is a fast sport played on horseback using a mallet to hit a ball into a goal.
On the 20th century, Brody traveled for 1 month to arrive in that era. He then noticed men playing baseball.
Baseball is a bat and ball sport played between two teams of 9 players each, taking turns batting and fielding. Badminton is a racket sport played using racket to hit a shuttlecock across a net. Ice hockey is a team sport played on ice skates, usually on an ice skating rink with lines and markings specific to the sport. Basketball is a team sport in which two teams, most commonly of 5 players each, opposing one another on a rectangular court. Volleyball is a team sport in which two teams of 6 players are separated by a net. Weightlifting is a sport in which athletes compete in lifting a barbell loaded with weight plates from the ground to overhead, with each athlete vying to successfully lift the heaviest weights. Figure skating is a sport in which individuals, pairs, or groups perform on figure skates on ice. Auto racing is a motor sport involving the racing of automobiles for competition. Tennis is a racket sport that is played either individually against a single opponent or between two teams of 2 players each. On the present time, Rodi finally arrived in the 21st century. He saw people playing basketball. Basketball is a unique acrobatic game that is played mostly for fun. This game is a combination of volleyball, football, slam ball, and gymnastics. Hunger ball is played inside an inflatable, fully enclosed arena with 6 small goals.
Now, Brody continued his life in the present time as a coach. He handled different types of sports and won various tournaments. That ends the voyage of Brody.
Wow! Nice story! I want to be an athlete just like Rogi. Now we finally know the history of sports. Thank you, Lola.
You're welcome, grandchildren.
I hope that you learned a lot from this story and will inspire you to finish your studies and pursue your dreams if you want to become an athlete. Always remember that there may be people that have more talent than you, but there's no excuse for anyone to work harder than you.